whole scenery finna change.
Wait, so where we at right now?
We're going to the north side. So you finna go into you finna pass into the 3 pores, 3 out of the. They all touch each other. Ain't that magic? So, 2 of the worst high school, middle school, and elementary schools all come out of these zip codes.
We are straight up raising children that cannot read. You know, like that's really fucked up.
Parents can't read the shit. You can't read it.
That shit is directly rooted back to slavery. Like, you can't read. You're a slave.
You know, and the cycle continues. I don't think people understand. I love to tell people from out of town. St. Louis is, I don't know what year it is.
Not 2014.
But it's not 2014.
Put me on Canfield with 2 and send me that car.
Are any available Ferguson units who can respond to Canfield and Copper Creek advised?
25, I'm going out on Canfield. Get us several more units over here. There's going to be a problem.
Ferguson, police just killed a man in front of my apartment. In the air, and they shot him 10 times, at least.
Me, my lady, and my kids.
I was on the bus just coming from church.
It was a regular Saturday for me. I was actually at home.
August 9th, I was working.
They got machine guns out. I see that big boy right there.
Oh, yeah. They coming in strong.
I was running errands.
And I think I was kayaking.
I used to work at a furniture store. On August 9th, I was probably wearing this shirt.
They aren't telling me anything. My son was from people out here showing me his picture on their phones. That's how I learned about him, because I was able to look on their phone and say, yeah, that's my son.
I'm so sorry.
Laying in the street for hours. Hours.
They left him out there for 4.5 hours. I automatically start thinking of a lynching.
Like, in all honesty, I was scared. I didn't want to go outside.
This shit crazy. Push everybody back. So let's start a wall here. This shit crazy. This shit crazy. What do y'all do? Hey, with the tape. Anybody's got tape?
The body was covered up right there in the street. That camera that's right up there right now, that wasn't right there. They just put that one up, but there was a camera on the side of this building, and they took that camera down. That's what I'm saying. I saw that whole thing, and they took that shit down. When they actually came out here to start touching the body, man, they had these folks with big white sheets blocking the holes. Nobody could see nothing. Nobody couldn't see nothing. They blocked everybody's view from being seen, seeing anything. No answers. We got no answer. We all was treated like criminals, so we all upset. Ain't nobody was going nowhere. So that night, you know, you could see the fear, you know, from the people leave them. That fear, man, it went right into the police. It's like, everybody was yelling at the same time. There wasn't no chant, man. That was just like, that was beautiful, man. When I seen that, though, I was like, man, we gotta make sure, like, we keep that alive. Come on, son, come on, sit down and give a break. Come on, sit down. Byron, stop biting the table. This gonna be my fighter right here. Come here. Come on. Fight. You don't want to fight me? Come on, let's fight. Hit me. He gonna be my little fighter though, for sure. Give me foul.
We're gonna let them know that we are one. Enough is enough. We are one. 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 We are one.
I mean, we lost another good brother. I heard he was starting school on Monday. I mean, going to college. This ain't right, man. We gotta.
Justice for Mike, Big Mike, Michael Brown. Y'all heard me?
He got stopped walking the same way I got stopped. From the time I was in the junior high, that was my first experience. I was 13 years old.
Doing nothing, they say he tried to yank away from him. They shot him one time, that's a warning shot. Other than that, you need to shoot him no more. Put his hands up because he felt like he had no other chance. He was going to get shot if he kept running.
I want everybody to put your hands up. This is where we're going to be all day long. Put your hands all the way up. I want your hands all the way up. Because this is how he was when he got shot. When he got assassinated. When he got executed. This is how it was. So we got to do it like this. Let's keep it real. Okay?
The police department want to come out here and cover up something that one of their law enforcement did, man. Then you come out here and you want to sick time for us to unite, man.
Say it loud. I'm blocking up front. 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 No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Protest. They got the police.
These taxpaying citizens bring out fucking K9.
No fear. No fear. Keep going. No fear. Keep going. Hands up, bro. Hands up. We want answers. We want answers. We want answers.
You know, we not just here just to be ranting and raving.
Remember, y'all stood for this. Right. Y'all stood for this. I don't want y'all killing my child because she walked out the door. Y'all having a bad day. Move out the way, motherfucker.
The constant denial of our humanity by not even looking us in the eye. Like, you killed a boy, you have to answer for that. You don't just get to shut yourself in the office.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
The chants kept people energized. It kept them going. It actually kept them feeling like there was actually a direction.
We are marching on West Florissant towards the police barricade at Ferguson. Police fired a needlessly provoking the crowd.
They got those young brothers and sisters riled up. They weren't even riled up before then. They was out there, they was mad, they was upset, but they weren't doing anything. It just set them off.
There was no fear in the heart of people anymore.
This is the military police. This is not the police alone. Look. Huh?
We're trying to mourn, and you came here with 3 gear and canine units. This is the same thing that pretty much got us here.
We here! We're ready to drop it. We here!
We got to be our own keepers. We got to love one another.
Goddamn shit. And that's how you know it's time to go. People are doing 90 shit. LA 1992. This is so sad, man. This is so fucking sad. We're walking up on the barricade now. I don't even think I could count the number of police vehicles. This fucking breaks my heart. Trying to walk around this way because my car is over there. I'm genuinely trying to get back to my car.
All the way down that way till all the police in, across the street.
So you're gonna send me back where it's dangerous and people are rioting and looting when I'm trying to walk in police presence to get back to safety?
Well, you shouldn't have come down here.
I shouldn't have come down here. I have a right to be wherever I am.
You're correct.
So to tell me I shouldn't have come down here, that's the exact attitude that got them doing what they doing. It's fucking ridiculous. Now I'm mad. You about to get out of here. They got on gas masks. You know what that means. We know what that means.
They're coming out.
Here it comes, here it comes.
We had a peaceful, but that ain't the story that you hear about August 10th.
After a night of looting and fires. This all started when it was supposed to be a very peaceful vigil tonight for Michael Brown turned into this.
Teams of thieves using the protest as an excuse to steal jeans, shoes, and expensive tire rims.
The Quick Trip was broken into, the glass was busted out.
Details surrounding the shooting that sparked this fire in great debate.
At Ground Zero, police painted over threatening graffiti.
And as sundown approaches, officials are fearful of another night of looting and violence.
They say that a building, right? Because this building serviced white people and this black body did not. A building's a building. You can rebuild a building. You can't resuscitate a life after it lies on the ground for 4.5 hours with 8 bullets in it. And so I don't consider that violence, right? Like, I consider that a righteous, non-violent direct action. The question that solidifies violence to me were there any people harmed? Did any people die? Like, that qualifies violence. A building is a building. That's a revolutionary act. That's strategic.
They don't tell you the fact that the police showed up to a peaceful candlelight vigil of just a bunch of people holding up candles because they hurt, and boxed them in and forced them onto a Quick Trip lot. They put property over people and say, we got a problem in St. Louis because a Quick Trip burned down. But ain't no alchemist, no doctor, no wizard on this planet can bring back Mike Brown Jr.
I'm a mother of 5. I'm a grandmother of 5. That mother lost a child. If we don't come together now, when? And for the ones who have their feet on people's necks, when do you feel like enough is enough? Because you got to know that when you keep pushing somebody up in the corner, they're going to come out swinging. Well, we swing.
At that point, the protesters were just in the streets like, hell no, we ain't going nowhere. You know, we was occupying the streets that we paid for.
I was just blown away by the sense of community. Black, white, everyone coming together for this common cause.
People from the black middle class, people from the hood driving by, honking their horns, supportive. I get chills just thinking of it now.
A lot of people didn't do it justice when they put it on their timeline. Because when you're in the heart of it, you get to see faces and you get to feel that black love.
You ain't gonna outshoot them. It sound good, it feel good, it look good, but you ain't gonna outshoot them. They got more jails, they got more guns, they got more bullets. So you're not gonna win that battle, man.
You know somebody that got a sound system, get on the phone and call them. You know somebody that got a car, that can carpool somebody to a meeting or to a rally, do that. You know, that's progressive, that's progress, that's positive. But burning down Quick Trip ain't gonna get us nowhere, but then with more guns in our face, shooting more of our kids. Understand what I'm saying?
Right. The people who don't think like we think. Have the right conversations. Use your social media. I'm telling you. I got on Twitter yesterday and got to work, man. Use these things the right way. What we gonna do? Where we gonna meet at? What's good? Okay. Feel me? Let's do it the right way, man. Let's influence the world right now.
Okay, here's a t-shirt.
uniform skirt, long socks. Get dressed. Put some deodorant on. Cover your mouth.
Your mouth.
Cover your mouth.
Mouth.
Your mouth. Turn around. So you're gonna come home and you're gonna get 3 pages done. 3 pages of homework done.
No.
I don't want to hear it because yesterday you sat down and you watched TV all morning and didn't lift a finger.
That's me. What?
You didn't lift a finger to do any page of homework.
I was thinking about it. I ran out of time because I was gonna do it after dinner.
Those are called excuses.
How are they called?
Because they are. She was 6 when the movement first started. Day 1, she was with me. There were a lot of questions about why we were out there, and it was and this is just another example of that, and this is what we have to do. I dropped out of school for a whole semester, set my graduation date back 6 months. So many opportunities were lined up. My professional network was large. Soon as something happens and I feel like my community is at war, I'm like, to hell with all of that. None of that matters for me anymore. Fine, I don't want to kiss. Get out. Nope. Get your backpack. Nope, nope. Get out. Love you. Have a good day. 5 works. I have to go do something. Go. I'll come see you today at lunchtime.
Lunch.
Enjoy. Have a good day. I want her to think for herself, to resist and participate in democracy. That is your right, and they cannot be taken away from you.
Renewed anxiety after Ferguson police announced the name of the officer involved in the shooting death of teenager Michael Brown.
The officer that was involved in the shooting of Michael Brown was Darren Wilson.
But it was the release of documents and surveillance video that shows what investigators called a strong-arm robbery of a box of cigars on the day of the fatal confrontation.
What are you saying, Chief? Did he know that he was a suspect in a case, or did he not know?
No, he didn't. He was walking.
It had nothing to do with the stop.
It had nothing to do with stop.
At this point, why did he stop Michael Brown?
Because they were walking down the middle of the street blocking traffic. That was it.
6 days to get that lie together, and it still ain't working. They full of it. All of them over there at Ferguson.
All evidence seems to suggest he was killed in cold blood, and to come down here and to not release any information, any incident report on the murder, but release information about, well, Mike maybe wasn't a perfect guy, is appalling.
You must disperse immediately or be subject to arrest.
It's our right to protest. We don't have weapons. Why you got guns?
I saw the checkpoints come up, and I saw that the tanks were out there. I didn't see no difference between the West Bank and Ferguson.
Just to know that like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you see police with M16 strapped across their bodies, asking you for an ID to see if you even live in this area. And it's just like, you don't even live in this area. Like, how are you gonna keep me out?
In a peaceful manner, you must disperse.
Just listen to what they said. Step back. We don't need you in jail, little brother. We need you out here. We don't need you in jail. Your family needs you.
You gonna shoot me too?
We are literally on our knees with our hands in the air, and I can see red dots like flicking through the crowd. There's this red dot going across someone's forehead, and there's a red dot going across someone's chest.
Look at how everybody's out here, hands up, peaceful. Signs. That's all they got are signs. And look what the fuck they got.
picked up tear gas, and I was like, yeah, I'm one of them. Like my hand, like I don't think I have like fingerprints on my like fingers and stuff. But after a while, you like, if I'm gonna die for a real reason today.
Come on, man. No, get it stop. Hands up.
Hands up! When they are marching forward. Y'all coming towards us!
This my backyard. This my property. Hey, D. Let's go. This my shit. This my shit. You know what it is. This my shit. Let's go. Let's go.
This right here, this is some kind of shotgun shell that they shot. I got a bunch of different stuff. These are the big rubber bullets that they shot. I don't know how this thing comes out of something, but it comes out real fast and it hurts. It's huge. This is a CS smoke canister. You pull the pin and throw it and it explodes, blows up, and then lets the stuff out of here. This is made in Jamestown, Pennsylvania. Oh, this is another form of a CS. Sometimes you'll get hit by it and don't feel nothing, and then go get in the shower. When water touches it, then it'll activate it, it burns. It's just a bad feeling. This one's empty or no name on it. I think this was a tear gas canister, something that got shot out of a gun and then just releases gas out of the hose. Like, all of this is chemical warfare. Yeah, that you're not supposed to be able to use on U.S. soil.
She got tear gassed.
Mm-hmm. In her stomach.
She was in jail. What else? That's pretty much it.
She slept in a tent.
Oh yeah, slept in a tent.
Last night, where after hours of peaceful protesting, small groups took to the streets with the intent of committing crimes and endangering citizens. That is unacceptable. So to protect the people and property of Ferguson today, I signed an order declaring a state of emergency and ordering the implementation of a curfew in the impacted area of Ferguson. We cannot have looting and crime at night. We can't have people fearful.
We can't have police officers killing people.
Governor, my question is, how do you plan to enforce the curfew?
Tonight, we will enforce that curfew. We won't enforce it with trucks. We won't enforce it with tear gas.
Thank you.
We'll communicate. We'll talk about, you know what, it's time to go home.
Thank you, sir.
It's time to go home. You have not seen a hand-in-hand approach. Last night, some things were different that precipitated that, and you saw that. You saw that.
Sure.
But I can tell you, because someone's standing in the street, there's not going to be an armored truck come out. You saw people sitting in the street, and they got a chance to get up. That's right. And that's the way it's going to continue.
That was a 12 o'clock curfew. That was a fucking 12 o'clock curfew.
The last days of the Ferguson Police Department, we are witnessing it. Your silence is consent. You are just as wicked as the police officer that shot Michael Brown. Because you didn't say nothing, and you know he shot him for absolutely nothing. So call your tanks, call your armored vehicles, do what you gotta do, but we ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere, every night.
Missouri Governor Jay Nixon activated the National Guard after declaring a state of emergency in Ferguson. And in a statement, he said the Guard's mission will be, quote, limited.
When Jay Nixon brought the National Guard in, I, like, incredible. I don't, like.
As a Marine, it hurt my feelings for real, man, to see the National Guard. These guys like little brothers, man.
With respect to the National Guard, I think it's important just to remember this was a state-activated National Guard, so it's under the charge of the governor. This is not something that we initiated at the federal level. These are issues of local jurisdiction, and I've got to make sure that I don't look like I'm putting my thumb on the scales one way or the other.
Let me ask you, this is a...
I'm waiting on me to have a black president. I still ain't had me one. And didn't he teach constitutional law in Harvard? Wasn't he a constitutional professor? Ain't no constitution in Ferguson. So tell that nigga he need to teach a new class or bring his ass to a Ferguson Burger Barn and figure out why we ain't got no constitution.
Holy see, they're media too. We move it up the street.
They're pushing us in. They're pushing us in. They just started shooting tear gas down at the other end by McDonald's, right by the media, and now they're pushing us in.
Good evening. The images from this weekend of violence in the streets, stores being looted.
Crowds of people breaking into stores along West Florissant overnight.
The police chief of St. Louis County told the reporters the violence is destroying this city.
You see bottles of booze come out, a lot of open containers. You see people smoking a little dope. And I hate to keep bringing that up every night, but it really does become part of the mix.
My mother used to tell me nothing good ever happens after midnight.
It was obvious military tactics. Come in, cut off their communications, round them up, you know what I'm saying?
You ready? No, come on, man, don't do that. Come on, don't do that. Don't do it. Fuck.
Then once we got them under control, had the news people have a combat photographer come in and say, like, hey, look, they going crazy. Yeah, they going crazy because we just cut off their communications and shot a couple of them. And then later on, everything calm and all that, and then everybody home like, oh, hey, they rounded up the insurgents. We in their country, how they insurgents, you know what I'm saying? That's what was going on in Ferguson, man.
This way. They fucking throwing tear gas at us. Here they go. They fucking throwing tear gas at us. Get back. Where the fucking cameras at now besides ours? Y'all got all them fucking KSDK, KMOV, CNN, MSNBC. I'm calling all you motherfuckers out. Where y'all at now? Please get this.
Damn, they gonna tear our neighborhood up now. Where the fire department at?
They were coming, I heard them coming.
There's no fire extinguisher?
Who made the call? Who made the call? Somebody called, said it was a fire. Don't worry about it. It's going right down tonight. Don't even worry about it. Y'all let them know that. I'll be out here next time. Don't worry about it. You motherfuckers have to set me on fire. And y'all tell them, because y'all know them. I know y'all do. Stop being fucking cowards, man.
Y'all did that. That's wrong. Y'all did that shit to him. That's wrong.
This is bull, man. You know I'm...
Y'all brought that man shit up.
No, I don't care.
I'm gonna have to ask you. Nah, that's wrong. Y'all shouldn't touch this shit. That's wrong. Did nobody do it? The police did that shit. They brought that man shit up. The fuck?
Ain't gonna be no peace now.
It was clear that it was set with gasoline because a lot of that stuff was pretty wet. There was water on a lot of that stuff from the morning dew and what have you. When Ferguson, they came, they put the fire out, and then after the fire was put out, they got back in the fire truck and they left, and the police followed them. There was no investigation to see how this fire was started.
Like I said, just thank everybody for everything they're doing, and just say, just keep fighting, you know, because we only lose when we stop fighting, you know, so that's all I'm saying.
This was actually the first camera that I got when I first started cop watching. I just put my stickers on it, you know, put a picture on my camera so when the police looking, they could see that cop watch sticker on there. Got some walkie-talkies, there's 2 of them for me. So when I leave, I get one to my wife. So the cops don't come in Canfield like no more, like doing none of that crap. They do stranger stuff. And that's because we done changed. We made them change what they doing. That's all I want. You know, don't give them an opportunity to gun somebody down in the street. Be out there to watch them. I don't go out with no weapons or nothing like that. I go out with my camera, that's my weapon, you know, and the fact is that since the police are not being held accountable, we have to hold them accountable.
Go.
You wanna go?
Go.
Sorry.
I go.
You can't go.
Daddy.
Huh?
I go.
I'm sorry, you can't go. Daddy gotta go do work, man. Okay, come here. Daddy gotta go do work, man. I'm sorry. Daddy's sorry. All right, we can hang out later, okay? All right? Okay. Watch out, son. Let me get out this door. Excuse me. I'll be back. Okay. He wasn't there for me when I was coming up. My dad called me, man, when all this was going on. He said he seen me on TV. And he was like, man, and he said he was proud of me, man. And I can't remember my dad ever telling me he was proud of me. So that was a big deal.
That's what's up.
And I was happy, you know? Yeah. I grew up in this shit. The cops beat me up before, like. Yeah. Me up in their car, and yeah, beat me up.
They shoot and kill somebody every year. I was living out there, what, 6, 7 years? Shit crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't never have a record before I moved into Ferguson. I moved to Ferguson when I was like 20. Now my record longer than my goddamn leg. I'm like, this shit's stupid.
Good afternoon. We are here today to announce the latest steps in the Justice Department's ongoing efforts to address the situation in Ferguson, Missouri. We have determined that there's cause for the Justice Department to open an investigation to determine whether Ferguson police officials have engaged in a pattern or practice of violations of the United States Constitution or federal law.
Growing up here, you tangibly know when you cross the county line that you got to drive a little. I'm crawling out here. I'm barely doing 30.
Last year made $3 million off just traffic tickets. But this is how he'll do. You go up to court and he'll be like, okay, you ain't got no money? Go back to jail until next week. And that's called a debtor's prison, and it's unconstitutional and criminal by nature, but they still do it, and they do it publicly without no accountability, without no questions asked, nothing. It's just the norm. And I got like 4 sets of tickets right now that are totaling up to about $2,000.
A girl named Kiana, she said she had a job. She had some tickets when she was like 17 when she first started driving. The fine was like $2,000. They locked her up for 14 days. Lost her job, became homeless. Homeless for 2.5 years.
All the nights you sit in jail, when you just got time to think about it, come August 9th, there's a whole thousands of people in the street. Same anger.
Yeah, I ain't never gonna call the police again.
We can't.
Going down on your watch.
But treat us like humans.
Don't look
and
down.
Not like animals. Don't beat us like dogs when you do arrest us. I ain't letting you to fight for our rights. We will continue to fight for our rights.
The ultimate justice is that this police department is gone. There is no more Ferguson Police Department. Past an indictment, past a conviction, they need to be gone. We're sick of it. We're tired.
There's no denying that we are unmoved. It's no denying it. You either join it or you stay home. You either for it or you're against it. It's simple as that. And if you're against it, don't come. If you come and you're for it, be with us, march with us, chant with us, stand with us. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere.
Everybody else can join this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a group of people. We don't talk every day, you know what I mean? We came out here and we stood up for our rights, and anybody can do that.
What is your message to a national audience?
My message personally, my message is it's been 52 days and I've spent more time in jail than Darren Wilson. That's my message.
I love black people.
I love black people.
I love black people.
We love humans.
I love humans.
We're doing this.
Excuse me, what's your name? You gonna turn me down on camera? What's your name?
Where were you at?
Mocha Beast. I'm forever indebted to Mike Brown because of him, and along with Brittany, they saved my life. I was in a car accident 2 years ago, worst day of my life. I lost my dad, I lost my uncle, and I was the only one who made it out of this car accident. I went through serious depression for a long time, for over a year. Somebody handed me a bullhorn one day, and that was it. I just had a different type of passion. Then I met her, I met Brittany, and that just offset everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? The sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. Like, it's not even an exaggeration. Like, food tasted different. You know what I'm saying? I could actually feel, like, when people touched me, I just didn't feel like I was going through the motions. I didn't feel like I was just, like, surviving. Didn't feel like I was just making it through the day. You know what I'm saying? I actually felt like I had something to live for. You know what I'm saying? That I had some type of purpose.
You gotta get on your right or left knee.
You get on the right and use
Oh, I got a bad knee, so that means you have to say yes to marrying me. So, Brittany Lynn Farrell, will you marry me? Yeah, put it on, bro. Give me your finger, bro. Which one is it? This one? Let me get it. Can I get out? No.
I'm merged. Loving a Black woman has to be one of the most beautiful things I've ever done next to bringing a life in this world. I think about it every single day. It is one of the best decisions I've made.
Love, revolutionary love, 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 revolutionary love, 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 revolutionary love, love, love.
Allegiance to your flag, 'cause I can't find no reconciliation when there was nothing equal for my people in your math. You forced us in the ghetto, and then you took our dad. Swim inside the river, get delivered from the crab for the witches in this business that we.
What's up, Bill?
Hi.
How was
I had
school?
a great day today.
Oh, you did?
I had an awesome day.
How was your behavior?
It was great. Show?
When is the talent show, Mackenzie?
I don't know. I gotta look at the paper. March 31st. It's 6:30 to 8 p.m.
Is that your day? Is that our day with you?
I think so.
I just challenge these ideas of normality. You have your normal family. Your normal family is a heterosexual couple with some children. Why is it that you're not questioning this new normal of single-parent households since you so for the family? You know, if your normal is limited opportunities for people of color, why aren't you questioning that normal? If that normal is 18-year-old teenager laying in the street for 4 hours, but that's your normal, right? Everybody wants things to be normal. I feel like if you are not questioning normal, you are not paying attention.
Rondera was killed October 8, 2014. It re-energized us in a way. It brought people together and out in the street to disrupt.
We did not choose this life. We have to make change. We have to, I'm telling you, because if we don't, it's gonna happen again, and it's gonna continue to happen.
Times. You can hear me clap 2 times. You can hear me clap 1. All right. If you're doing a rally, if you're doing a disruption, fill the map up. Disruption is about not stopping, meaning we got to fight back. You got to resist. You got to cut the strings that government's actually putting on us. You got to cut the strings that those police powers are cranking on us. If we don't do it, if we let it die, it's our fault this transformation don't happen.
We realized if this is really gonna be and get at the issue for real, we gotta create a space for people to come in. And that was the birth of what became Ferguson October.
We
turn to Ferguson, Missouri, where activists are calling on people to join them this weekend for a national protest against police bias and violence.
What we're going to see this weekend is a massive show of force by peaceful demonstrators coming from all over the country, all over the world.
All across the U.S., that people was watching St. Louis, watching Ferguson.
Come and sacrifice your body, you know? It's the moment.
Beautiful, y'all. We just want to thank you for coming out. Let me just get like a hand clap. How many of you guys got the real deal from Twitter? When everything is going down, how many of you guys got the real deal? We're going to show Twitter how beautiful this is right now. We're going to take a selfie with the crowd. We're going to hashtag it Ferguson October, and we want to make this trend around the world and show the world how we came out for our community today.
Good, in the red.
All right.
Oh, say, can you see a generation of young people that are saying to this community, we will transform this racial battleground into a pristine playground where all of God's children can laugh, play, and sing. Red, yellow, black, brown, or white, we're all precious in God's sight. If you took a selfie of social justice, what you might find and when you realize that here in Ferguson, Missouri, is that we have a society, we have a nation that is over-incarcerated and under-educated if you took a selfie of social justice. If you took a selfie of social justice, what we would conclude it's some bullshit.
For 65 days and count. We ain't got no answers for nothing. All the stuff that y'all saw on CNN, we ain't need CNN for that, because we got off our ass and went there and talked to Pookie and Ray Ray that live in Canfield and found out what happened. I didn't need MSNBC. Darnell told me he died with his hands up, so I believe Darnell. I don't need Don Lemon to confirm what happened, because I'm there, because I'm there. The people who want to take the time to break down racism from a philosophical level, y'all did not show up. When the tanks and the armored trucks was there and the tear gas was there and we was getting hit with the rubber bullets and we said, you know what? I can't stay home for this. I can't stay home for this. They killing us. Missouri is the new Mississippi. It's people I thought that I just knew we could rely on in these situations, and we couldn't rely on them. And it broke my heart, man. It broke my heart. To the local clergy, get up off your ass and join us. When there was an armored vehicle on West Florissant, wasn't none of y'all there, man. Wasn't none of y'all there. Not one. Not one. And at this point, I don't care about nobody's opinion about what we doing. I don't care about how it look. It ain't made for TV. This ain't your daddy's civil rights movement. This ain't your daddy's civil rights movement. And they want to know when we gonna go in the house. We ain't never going back in the damn house. So you take that. You take that. I'm gonna tell the police this. You can take all the pictures you want. You can record all the conversations you want. You can document all the tweets you want. You can Photoshop whatever you do what you gotta do, because we gonna do what we gotta do.
They gonna take it down on his birthday, man. That's fucked up, man. And they got all these motherfuckers out here with these cameras, man, to film this, man. They removing the stuff and they loading it in a trailer right now. God, man. The real community is really, like, not feeling what they doing. You know what I mean? They having some little speech or some talk over there. Hey, look, don't set that camera up, dog. Please don't, man. Look, I live here. Don't set that camera up, man. This mainstream media, man, I ain't trying to talk to nobody. Look, y'all not filming y'all cameras down here this Memorial today. We not doing that, man. I don't care, man. Look, and I'm tired of compromising with everybody. Because ain't nobody came down here to Canfield, talk to the residents. I've been out in the street. I talked to my community. You think I don't know that? Yo, you don't know how much shit we went through kicking mainstream media out of here, and y'all bringing them back down. And the fact that they removing the memorial ain't got mainstream media down here, that's 2 into 1. It's like, dog, you trying to take away our shit, and you gonna allow them to broadcast that shit on national TV. I gotta fucking live here when they leave. And that shit that happens after that shit happens affects us, man. And I'm getting my family out of here. The day that the memorial had got taken up, the security grabbed me up, and the security dude got his arm in my back, like on the ground. And so he came back. Them guys to come and take that stuff from the memorial, and he was like, it's the Lipton company that's paying them to do it. And it's like, they was taking it every day. Where's my paper at? Yeah, I got something to go to court and everything. They trying to sue me, man. I was supposed to be gone like about 2 months ago. And they didn't give me no explanation of why they not gonna renew my lease. I've been living here 2 years already. Now I didn't got no complaints, and now you're not gonna renew my lease. And when I ask them, they say, it was a corporate decision. No matter how much I put into the preservation of that memorial, I still ain't built it. The people did. That in itself is like how you fight back for space. Like we fighting for our space, like right here.
Keep it going. All right? There you go. Justice. This is public property. The community has spoken. Okay. The community said, this is what we want. Okay? The grandmother and the mother want this. Let's honor them and keep it moving.
I'm a resident that stay up in here in Canfield, and just like a lot of the residents that's been still here, we've been making sure this memorial is still here and that the police ain't been able to come through and take it. I'm out here with my family, you know what I'm saying, because I don't want my child to be killed by cops, because that'll kill me. And I'd rather die first. And we out here for y'all, And we want, like she said, man, y'all come back out here, bring some teddy bears. Let's build this back up.
Keep that memorial going on that grass. This is public property. You keep it going. Be relentless. We are warriors. Okay? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Why?
So what should I walk in?
Just direct us. What's it say, Mama?
What does it say?
I don't know.
Read it.
Raccoons.
Racism
kills.
Racism.
Black lives matter. Racism kills.
Which one's your favorite? It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
No.
Which one?
I don't like that one.
A solid chance, not your favorite. I am just hurt.
Why?
I'm kidding. That's my favorite one. It's time when West Florissant or South Florissant, the gas mask, the bulletproof vest, the more dangerous it got for us, the more emotionally involved she got into it, because she would be afraid that the police was gonna shoot me, or she would be afraid that I wouldn't come home. I caught her crying in the bathtub one night because she said, what if the police shoot you and killed you like they shot my But I had to reassure her that, I do this work for her and for other children like her, because Mike Brown shouldn't be dead right now.
The only thing I have to say to you guys really is, we just live here. This is our home. I don't want to be a part of the problem here. I don't want to have to defend my home, my family. By gosh, I'm ready to do it. And that's 2 years ago. If you'd have told me I'd own guns, I'd have laughed hysterically. And that's the way a lot of us live, is in fear. We lived in fear of this whole situation.
Good evening, my name is Bernie Frazier, and like all of you all, I'm a Ferguson resident. There are a lot of people in Ferguson who have become very fearful one thing. There are many people who've only been fearful for 2 months. There are more people who've been fearful for 2 decades.
Please don't shoot me dead, I got my hands on my head. Please don't shoot me dead, I got my hands on my head. Please don't shoot me dead, I got my hands on my head. Please don't shoot me dead, I got my hands on my head. Please don't shoot me dead, I got my hands.
We're people, we're not animals, we're not dogs, we're not criminals, we're human beings. We bleed just like you do, we breathe just like you do. We wake up and go to work and punch the clock just like you do. Give us what we deserve. How can we respect the red, white, and blue when every time we see red, white, and blue, we being harassed, killed, assaulted, or our lives ruined?
You know that shit wasn't right. Too much footage out here. I know you talk about this shit with your friends, family, all that. You say how you really feel when you're around your friends and family. I know you do.
You ain't gotta protect her from us. We gotta protect her from you. We feel for you, sister.
Gotta be, do we need police in the current institution? We gotta talk about policing as an institution, and it's a failed institution.
I mean, I'm thinking about these young knuckles.
But all this is learned behavior.
But why rob somebody that you know ain't got shit?
Because you don't value.
Like that don't make no sense.
Same
you
way.
can rob me and you know all I got is $5 in my pocket, just like you. So it don't make no sense to even do what you doing down here, because we ain't got shit. I'm in the same hood as you.
Well,
I get up and go to work every day.
But people not value, people don't have no value.
And where they going? Like they gonna catch the bus to go rob some niggas? If they ain't got nothing, it's proximity. It's who closest to you.
You gotta figure out, is this person that's breaking in to my house, do they need some help? What kind of help do that person need? Do they need drug rehabilitation? Not jail, rehabilitation. Or they hungry? St. Louis City spent $1 million in 12 days going out to Ferguson. Our military budget is damn near, almost $1 trillion. Got enough money to feed everybody in the country. The problem is, they want to spend the money on tanks, tear gas, guns, bulletproof vests, and somebody who want to, pull up on you over, over a joint. But I think the problem is we having this conversation, and the people who can be held accountable ain't here.
Here in the proverbial calm before the storm, as the grand jury here is trying to decide whether or not to indict Officer Darren Wilson. He is the Ferguson police officer who shot and killed an unarmed black teen by the name of Mike Brown back on August 9th. As you likely know, the story...
Next question. Governor, thank you. Given that you've declared the state of emergency and you put the Highway Patrol and the Unified Command, does the buck ultimately stop with you when it comes to how many protests are policed?
Well, I mean, I don't spend a tremendous amount of time personalizing this vis-a-vis me. I prefer not to be a commentator on it.
I guess another way of putting that would be, is there any one official or agency ultimately in charge here in terms of response?
Well, I mean, we've worked hard to establish a unified command, to outline the responsibilities, and now with the additional assets provided by my order of the Missouri National Guard, our goal here is to keep the peace and allow some folks' voices to be heard, while at the same time the property and persons of people in the St. Louis region are protected.
We got to fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
They going up now. This is it, y'all. Hold it down.
Good evening, and thanks for your patience. I'm a little late getting up here. But first and foremost, I'd like to again extend my deepest sympathies to the family of Michael Brown. As I've said in the past, I know that regardless of the circumstances here, they lost a loved one to violence, and I know that the pain that accompanies such a loss knows no bounds. On August 9th, Michael Brown was shot and killed by police officer Darren Wilson. The grand jury worked tirelessly to examine and re-examine all of the testimony and all of the physical evidence. Their burden was to determine if probable cause exists to believe that a crime was committed and that Darren Wilson is the person who committed that crime. And presentation of the evidence to the grand jury in St. Louis County has been completed. They determined that charge against Officer Wilson on each of the 5 indictments.
Wake off that shot. Wake off that shot. Wake off that shot.
That was somebody's child. Y'all murdered my fucking son!
Everybody is possible to go through the same thing. Everybody's family has went through the same thing once upon a time or another of color. You know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't have a person in their family like enslaved by this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
There it goes.
No justice, no peace. 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 No justice.
Good evening, everybody. As all of you know, a few minutes ago, the grand jury deliberating the death of Michael Brown issued its decision. There are Americans who agree with it, and there are Americans who are deeply disappointed, even angry. First and foremost, we are a nation built on the rule of law. And so we need to accept that this decision was the grand jury's to make.
They're shooting!
Understand that there's never an excuse for violence, particularly when there are a lot of people in goodwill out there who are willing to work on these issues.
Police beating sticks on the ground, antagonizing people, calling people niggas and animals and shit, and then said, "What you gonna do?" and left for an hour and let people loot riot.
Darren Wilson's the man who everyone has an opinion about, but no one knows.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most important thing you want the American people to know about you right now?
I'm really just a simple guy. That's all I am. I mean, I do family things. Spend a lot of time at home with the family, you know, casual events. We're just simple, everyday, normal people.
A lot of people believe you're not a simple guy. You're not someone who was in danger that day. You shot an unarmed teenager. You're a killer. You're a racist.
And all these people making me out to be something I'm not, all I wanted to do was live.
That moment before the second shot, you guys are staring at each other, and you said there was a look in his eye like something you'd never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
You described it as a demon.
Mm-hmm. It was a very, very intense image he was presenting.
Demon?
Very intense.
And you're convinced that anyone who believes that part of you is motivated by some kind of racial animus, some kind of racism, they're wrong?
They are wrong. You can't perform the duties of a police officer and have racism in you.
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. It's Darren Wilson. That was his Darren Wilson.
It's very evident that we need accountability. All of these officers come up here and they say that line that they are commissioned by the St. Louis Police Association, and their manager has on 2 I Am Darren Wilson badges. And to be black in St. Louis and to see people who are supposed to protect me wearing things that support someone who killed someone the same age as my brother is beyond unacceptable.
Good evening. My name is Curtis Bergdorf, and I am a commissioned police officer for the city of St. Louis.
Come on, Mr. Chairman, how about some order here, huh?
Excuse me. First of all, you do not tell me my function.
Yeah, let's try to take care of this, man. Let's try to finish this out so they don't win. I didn't hit not one person. I didn't hit one.
I didn't hit one person, but I'm getting hit. I'm getting hit. I ain't hit one fucking person.
On this side.
That's the same shit we talking about, man. Same exact shit we talking about. They get to do whatever they want, man. Whatever they want. Whatever they want. When all of this is gone, the lights, the cameras, all of that is gone, I have to live here. The history that I have between these people and myself will not be eradicated when this story is not a news story anymore. This is going to be my reality for a lifetime.
And we still gonna protest. Aggressively.
Until what? Until people are here to get arrested. This isn't arrestable action.
I need skeleton. I said Mike Brown means! I said Mike Brown means! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! We need reinforcements up here. We need reinforcements. If you're willing to be arrested, I called and I told you you would be getting the fuck arrested. Get off the fucking hill if you're not here to get arrested.
What's the charge? Have a charge. Why is she being arrested? Can you please tell us why is she being arrested? Building's closed.
The building's not closed. This is a public building. Aaron knows.
Why is she being arrested? 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 Why is she being arrested?
Louis County Police Headquarters. Yeah, it's like night.
Our enemy is directly the police. There's no buffer between us and the cops. They know who we are. They got files on all of us. For all we know, them motherfuckers building the craziest conspiracy cases against all our black asses. You know, it never stops. Can't clock out from this shit.
Free Britney! Free Britney!
We'll never be defeated. The people united. We'll never be defeated. The people united. Duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chain. We have nothing to lose but our chain. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chain. We have nothing to lose.
The fact is that she tried to run us over. Those are the facts. She tried to run at least 10 people over.
Right.
Is there any way that we could fight this whole thing?
Yeah, I think Alexis might have some sort of justification defense. I don't know if you got one, Brittany, as it pertains to hitting a car. A reasonable person could understand that you were basically striking the car to help out the people who were there anyway, and that it wasn't necessarily some malicious act. It was an act just to, get the woman to stop. Whether or not a jury would believe that and enough to exonerate you, I don't know. A St. Louis County jury, I don't know.
Right.
Well, I don't know.
Do they already have their perception on what this movement is?
I think so.
The protest is?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I will see you next time.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's go. If I ended up with a felony, I don't know what I would do. Just the anxiety that I have now, I couldn't get out the bed. Like, I was having panic attacks. So I went to the doctor. And she put me on a medication. Like, it was really starting to affect my day-to-day activities. And I still have work to do. When I look at the police report, they really focused on making me look like a villain, you know? Let's see. The female was screaming, but it seemed more like tribal chanting than words. The female then kicked her driver's side door near the driver's window. Prior to the female running towards her vehicle, the protesters were in a line in front of her vehicle. However, after the female ran to her vehicle, a group of about 20 protesters surrounded SM's vehicle near the driver and passenger doors. The protesters started beating the hood of SM's vehicle. SM stated after they kicked her vehicle was surrounded by the protesters. She was scared. The protesters would pull her out of her vehicle and start hitting, kicking, or beating her. Like, this is the narrative of every white person ever. It's like, oh, in self-defense. I felt like they were gonna beat me. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's some bullshit. It truly is.
Federal investigators believe the Ferguson, Missouri Police Department is racially biased.
Officials say the Justice Department probe found that Ferguson overwhelmingly charges African Americans with minor or petty offenses that cause crippling debt, loss of homes, and jobs.
The city relies on the police force to serve essentially as a collection agency.
CBS News asked Ferguson Police Chief Tom Jackson whether his department was biased.
There's not a racial problem in the police department.
A 2008 email by a Ferguson official saying President Obama would not be in office long because
Thomas Jackson have agreed to what they're calling a mutual separation.
Jackson follows city manager John Shaw out the door and Ronald Brockmeyer, the top judge. Before that, the city fired its top clerk.
Today, the city council in Ferguson, Missouri is expected to vote on a deal to reform that city's criminal justice system.
If it says no, the federal government has promised to sue. Either choice could cost the city millions of dollars it says it doesn't have.
This main argument tonight has been the cost. Southern plantation owners did not want to free slaves because the cost would be too high. $1 million to tear gas peaceful protesters. You can surely.
Thank you. I'm no longer a resident of Ferguson. I live in St. Louis City right now on the north side. And that wasn't by choice. I was forced out of Canfield, okay? So many of our residents in the beginning just left because they didn't feel safe with the police, how they've been treating people. So I think, honestly, the Department of Justice gave you guys a slap on the wrist, seeing as how they just basically gave you guys a failing record, and they basically saying, okay, this is gonna be your punishment. And then for you to have the option to vote yay or nay, you should be happy. Hey, man, everybody keep on fighting, man. That's the only way we're going to get them to do something.
Thank you, Mr. White.
You miss your daddy?
I did.
You miss daddy?
Yeah. I miss you, Dad.
I miss you too.
Some people grow up in what they think is like what we would call unseen war, where they wage war on the people without anybody else knowing. This era, our generation, we are raising activists. You know, we have to create a generation of activists. If there's going to be any change, it starts with our children. And all these people that are about this are going to start raising their kids in another way. And that's where the change is going to come. Even these little kids that are in elementary school now, this is becoming a part of their life. In a few years, it's going to become a lifestyle, not just what people may call a fad. It's only been a year and so that we've been doing this. It's going to become a lifestyle where we're fighting for what we want.
I saw this interview with Malcolm X. He was like, if you stick a knife 9 inches into my back and you pull it out 6 inches, that's not progress. You pull it all the way out, that's still not progress. The progress starts whenever you begin to heal that wound that you caused. And what we're doing right now, we're laying the ground of pulling that knife all the way out by rebuilding our communities for our kids, so that by the time they're of age to lead this community and make decisions, they'll be able to start that healing process that Malcolm was describing.
What keeps me in the movement? It's just this burning desire and vision and feeling and love and passion and optimism about liberation. Like, I know what it feels like, and it's that feeling that keeps me going.
Just like August 9th was the birth of a movement for us, this day last year was the rebirth. And sometimes democracy requires that we use a little extra force. So I'm not mad about what happened on this day a year ago. What started in the streets of Ferguson has inspired those around the world. So I want to say we are winning. The reality is these are our streets. They were built on the backs of our ancestors, so we are going to claim them as long as we want to. And we will stay in the streets until we are equal citizens, period. I really want to thank y'all. We do this because we love each other. This movement was born in love, and love always wins.
Alexis, come here. Make some love for y'all. All right.
Yeah, yeah. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to love and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support each other.
We must love and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support each other.
We must love and support each other.
We have nothing
to lose but our chains.
We got to fight back.
All's my life I has to fight, nigga. All's my life hard times like, yeah. Bad trips like, yeah. Nazareth, I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up. But if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even room with the bass down. Scheming, and let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. With pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. Now tell my mama I love her, but this what I like. Lord knows, 20 of them in my Chevy. Tell them all to come and get me, reaping everything I sow. So my karma come in heaven, no preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a motherfucking gangster in silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone crazy. Trying to side my faces all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po, wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it. I know it's illegal, I don't think about it. I deposit every other zero, thinking of my partner. Put the candy, painting on a Rico, digging in my pocket. And a profit big enough to feed you every day. My logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I sequel. If I got it, then you know you got it. Heaven, I can reach you. Pet dog, my dog, that's all. Big back and chat, I trap the back for y'all. I rap, I black on tracks, so rest assured. My rights, my wrongs, I right till I'm right with God. When you know we been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po, wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
I keep my head up high. I cross my heart and hold you tonight. Loving me is complicated. Too afraid of life changes. I'm alright in your favor. Dark nights in my prayers.